Hillary aftermath tonight. Driving around the valley continues to be a major problem in some areas as people work to get back to their routines. It's going to be a while until anyone can use the eastbound exit on Interstate 10 at Bob Hope Drive. Here's a look at the off-ramp, heavily damaged from the flooding. News Channel 3's Samantha Lomibao is live near Interstate 10 in Palm Desert at Monterey, one of the places being hit now with very heavy traffic because of the other road closures up and down the valley. Samantha.
Yeah, John, when we checked back earlier this afternoon, this was a completely different outlook. It's clear now, but what I saw here at this intersection, we saw it crowded from all directions, people funneling in here on Monterey and Dinah Shore, just trying to get to the freeway. And like I said, just because it's empty right now, it could be a completely different outlook for your morning commute tomorrow. Cars waiting bumper to bumper in all directions at the Monterey and Dinah Shore intersection. Traffic at one point backed up for miles.
People are getting angry waiting at the lights, and they're all starting to go through red lights. It's dangerous. And I'm already devising another way to get back. Not these roads. It's way too backed up.
It was one of the only ways for some drivers to get onto the freeway. Many of them telling me they were trying to maneuver new routes after Tropical Storm Hillary shut down major roads.
It was kind of scary. I didn't see a whole lot until we got out because we stayed home, obviously, because of it. And then when we got out the next few days, I couldn't believe it. Like a lot of the trees and the road closures and the mud. It was so much mud.
After a couple days of cleanup, Vista Chino at the Wash in Palm Springs reopened on Tuesday. But some roads are still being impacted by the storm's aftermath. It was bad news for one Palm Springs resident traveling out of the valley who couldn't even make it past Cathedral City.
We were trying to get back on the highway to go to Los Angeles, and Waze was directing us through this path, and it got a little bit worse as we progressed. And then all of a sudden we realized we were in about 3 feet of mud and couldn't get anywhere.
Brant Griffin was stranded in the mud and had no other choice than to wait it out.
The car was stuck. Fortunately, it looked like they scraped nearly all the mud off the streets, of which there was about 3 to 4 feet, maybe the deepest areas.
After hours of digging, he'll finally be able to get back on the roads once again.
If all goes well and if they continue to evacuate this mud, we'll be on the road in a couple of hours.
And that's a good reminder that if you do come across any of that mud or still any flooded roads, just to make sure that you don't drive over it and to use caution. As for tomorrow morning on that morning commute, like I said, although it is empty right now, make sure you give yourself some extra time, especially if you're trying to get onto the I-10 here from Monterey, and to make sure, if there's any aggressive drivers, just drive slow and stay cautious out there. Live in Palm Desert, Samantha Lomibao, News Channel 3.
Yeah, that's a good point because a lot of drivers are not happy about how many cars are on the road at this point. Thank you, Samantha.